Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to my channel. This is a place where we help you rediscover your higher self. My name is Mpho and I am a transformational coach, writer, and speaker. Today, I want us to talk about setting boundaries. First of all, why do you feel a need to set a boundary? We feel a need to set a boundary when we feel that something that is done or said is not in alignment with our highest truth. You know, when there's a flag, then we know that a boundary has to be set. Alignment or equilibrium has to be reached, So you'll see in the beginning when you start setting boundaries, people will start saying that you are rude. They can even say you're rude or you're cold, or they say different things. And some people can even start exiting your life, So if somebody goes out of your life because you're setting a boundary, it means they were still going to go anyway. So you shouldn't sacrifice yourself, your highest truth, just to suit people who were still going to leave anyway. I mean, those people who love you, who respect you, are still going to be there. Things that are non-negotiable with you should be your dignity and respect. If anyone goes above that or counter that, then a boundary has to be set. We grew up in a society where saying no is said to be rude. I mean, why do I have to explain myself? If I say no, I don't want to. That has to be a reason enough. I don't have to follow it up with because this and that. No, it's a reason in itself. It's enough. And we were made to feel that we should make people around us happy, and we shouldn't speak our mind. And I don't understand why should you feel bad when you're setting a boundary? If somebody comes to me talking about other people, I should be able to say, no, I don't like it when you talk about other people. I want us to talk about us, about our own things. Obviously, there will be that awkward moment sometimes, that silence, but a clear boundary was set. That person knows where you stand. But why should you go around it? Why should you go like, I was thinking, or avoiding people? No, you should set a boundary, and it should be clear, and it must be consistent. You mustn't set it at some other times, and other times you let it slide. You are the one who's teaching people how to treat you, So it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's work or whether it's a relationship with a good boyfriend or a good girlfriend, or whether you were at the party, or whether it's a good sex, or whether it's something that was going to bring you income. It doesn't matter. A boundary has to be set. If anybody goes over your boundaries, you have to cut that conversation. You have to be comfortable in the middle of the conversation to cut it, set a boundary, and carry on with the conversation. Sometimes you might even have to cut it and walk away. But never ever settle for disrespect. Never be out of tune with who you are. Never lock in and out of yourself. Sometimes allowing it, sometimes not allowing it. No. The basic question here is, do you trust yourself? I want you to answer that. In every area of your life, you need to look at different areas. Relationships, do you trust yourself there? Do you trust yourself with your finances, with your career, with your health, with your spirituality? Do you trust the decisions? If you find that you are like majority of people would say, I trust myself somewhere but not other areas. Those areas that you don't trust yourself in, if maybe it's your health and fitness, then establish a boundary there. Know what you want first. How else will others know what you want if you don't even know yourself, you know? So find out, ask yourself questions. What is it that I choose in this area? And then you stick with that. And then you set boundaries as far as that is concerned, you know, with family, with distant relatives. Everybody will know how to treat you on the basis of how you treat yourself. And you treat yourself, you have that healthy relationship with you by setting boundaries. By setting boundaries with everyone around you, you know. I got to a point where I told myself, I don't ever want to ask myself, what did they mean? If somebody said something to me, I'm not going to ask myself afterwards, being angry and all that, like, how can somebody say that? What did they mean? No, I make them answer. I ask them, as they're saying it, I ask them, what do you mean by this? You know, when they're answering me, they are listening to themselves. They can hear, I mean, they know what they said. They can hear themselves, and you are just waiting for an answer. So in that way, you are setting a boundary. Constantly, I used to wonder. I used to ask myself questions until I was like, no more. I'm no longer asking myself questions. So sometimes people will say something, will drop a bomb at you, and then act like it's a joke. I mean, we all old enough to know what a joke is and what a joke is not. So you cut it right there. Make them explain. Set a boundary. That's all. Yeah. So it is important to be in tune with you, to set boundaries. I mean, we all know what respect is. We all know what a joke is, like I just said. We know what respect is. I'm not asking you, or should I say, you are not asking them to put you on a pedestal. You are not saying they should tiptoe around you. What you're basically saying is, I know who I am, I know my worth. I need you to be responsible with your words when you speak to me, because I am responsible with the words that come out of my mouth. I am considerate of you, but if you are going to be inconsiderate and you are just going to say whatever about me, and a good thing to do, we were taught, is to say it in private. They can say it in public, and then you go in private and you tell them, no, I don't like, no. I set boundaries right there and then. But obviously, I do it with so much love and respect. And if, for example, an elder is going to say to my children, you are dumb, or you stupid, or whatever, you said it in front of them. My children heard that they're stupid, and I don't want anything messing up with their self-esteem. So I am going to set the boundary right there. You said it in front of them, I'm going to set the boundary in front of them as well. I don't care if you're 100 years old or how old you are, but I'm going to say it respectfully, but a boundary is going to be set at the end of the day. I am not going to allow things like that slide, you know. So it is important to set those boundaries, to maintain your dignity, you know, all the time. Because if you don't, people just walk all over you. You are considerate of their emotions, you're considerate of their beingness, but they don't care about you. So no, you set the boundary, then we're good. Then we're all good. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it there today. And I want you to always remember that everything you need is already within you. And so if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I love you. Namaste.